Hello, 10th graders. This is Mrs. Martinez Alejandra. I'm one of the school counselors at Mission Hills High School. Thank you so much for joining us for this presentation. This presentation is on course selection. That's the picking of classes for your 11th grade year. So we are super excited to be here with you guys. We want to remind you that you can find all this information on our Mission Hills Counseling website page. You'll find our course catalog there, as well as any materials that you might need for course selection. We also want to remind you that this video can be found on our school counseling YouTube channel, where you can view it however many times you want. We also just want to let you know that we're available for any questions that you may have. You can always reach out to us. So during this presentation, we'll be covering the differences between A through G requirements and Mission Hills graduation requirements. Are you on track for graduation, or do you need to make up credits? And the next steps of course selection. There are a total of 6 counselors on our campus. It's based on your last name. So based on your last name, that is who your school counselor is. So if you have Miss Baker, your last name is A through CI. For Miss Segal, it's CL through GO. Mr. Cruz, it's GR through LL. Mrs. Goldstein, LO through OP. If you have me, it's OR through SAN. And then Mrs. Rios, it's SAP through Z. So your graduation requirements that you need to complete to be able to graduate are 4 years in English. So that's 40 credits. For math, it's 30 credits. So that's equivalent to 3 years. You have to make sure to pass geometry. Social studies, it's 3 years, 30 credits. So 10th grade, what you guys are doing right now, you guys should have done or are working on world history. Next year will be US history, and then your senior year will be government. Science, it's 2 years, so it's your life and your physical, and that's 20 credits. World language is 2 years, 20 credits. A world language can be satisfied with 1 year of a level 2 course, and just successful completion of 10 credits of a CTE may count for 1 year of a world language or VAPA. VAPA is 1 year, 10 credits, same thing. Successful completion of 10 credits of a CTE may count for 1 year of world language or VAPA. PE is 2 years or 20 credits, and then elective is 60 credits. So you might be thinking, whoa, like that's a lot. Those are 60 credits. Like, how do I even complete them? Well, if you take any extra math courses, any extra science, or world language or art, all those can count under the 60 credits. And so you will need a total of 230 credits to graduate. Make sure you get D's or better. I would hope that you don't get any D's, but D's or better, passing in, it will give you credit. So UC and CSU A through G requirements, these are requirements that are needed to be able to apply and attend a 4-year university, for example, like Cal San Marcos, which is across the street, or SDSU, or like UCLA, UC Berkeley. And so these are the requirements. So they are requiring 2 years of history, 4 years of English. For math, they require 3 years of math. You have to pass Algebra 2, but 4 years of math is recommended for them. Lab science, it's 2 years, but they recommend 3 to 4 years. Language other than English, it's 2 years. They recommend 3 to 4. Visual and performing art is 1 year, and a college prep elective is 1 year. For A through G, you need to make sure to have a C or better to be eligible. And just keep in mind, if you are planning to go to a community college like Maricosta or Palomar, you do not need to be like A through G, okay? And you do not need to take the SAT or the ACT.
Hello, Grizzlies. Mrs. Goldstein here. I'd like to go ahead and talk to you guys a little bit about your course history. What you need to be looking for in this section is, are there any D's you need to make up for A through G purposes? And how many credits do you have? What subjects are they in? And are you behind at all in credits for graduation? So the way we're going to do this is by going to student or parent view. Please keep in mind for the additional information I'm going to show you how to obtain, you'll need to do this by logging into parent view or student view directly on the website, and this information will not be in the app. So once you log into your account, you'll want to go to course history. Once you go there, you'll see something similar to this, graduation status class of 2023. So on this page, what you want to do is go ahead and look to the right where it says detail off. For these three buttons, you want to go ahead and turn the detail on. So detail on, 1, 2, 3. Also note here, you've got your overall GPA, which is nice to note as well. So once you turn the details on, you'll see a couple additional items. The first one is a summary box. This is what we went over earlier in the presentation regarding the classes you need to take in the different subject areas. So in this chart, you'll see all the subject areas listed, the requirements listed. For English, for example, is 40 credits. The next column has completed. That's how many credits you've completed up to this point. In progress are the classes you're taking right now. And remaining credits are how many credits do you need after this school year. When you scroll down, you'll also see something similar to this. So when you get to this section, you want to make sure to change the school name to Mission Hills High School. If you attended a middle school in our school district, you will see those grades listed here as well. But for our purposes today, we don't need that additional information. So go ahead and change the school to Mission Hills High School so you can see just the classes you've taken in high school. So it gives you the name of the class, the grade you earned in the class, and how many credits you've earned. Please note here, you'll see 9th grade is broken down by semester 1 and semester 2, earning 5 credits each semester. Because of the change in the way our credits and our classes were this year, you can see here for 10th grade, it has 10 credits earned. Those are the classes taken during term 1. And the term 2 classes have not yet been uploaded as they're still in session. We don't have credits for those yet. So you want to take a look at this screen and see if there's any classes where you earned a D or an F in, and those would be the classes you'd want to remediate. So now that we've reviewed your course history, you want to make sure you're on track for graduation. So most sophomores at this time have completed approximately 90 credits. By the end of this term, sophomores should have completed a total of 120 credits. If you are a sophomore and at the end of this school year, you do not have at least 100 credits, then that means you're at risk of not graduating from Mission Hills High School. On the next slide, we'll talk about some of the ways you can get your credits, earn your credits that you need to be on track. The first option is called credit recovery. This happens during the school year, either before your classes or after your classes. So it might be a 0 period or a 7 period class. We have credit recovery for English, history, math, and science. Summer school is also an option to make up those credits you may not have earned this school year or last year. Although we don't know yet what it will look like, it will probably be similar to credit recovery in that it will be an online program that you would complete at kind of your own pace. The third option would be to take a class through Palomar. There are different types of classes you can take. Concurrent enrollment is where you're currently enrolled in high school. You're also at Palomar attending classes there. Dual enrollment is another form of a Palomar class that you can take, and these are classes taught by a professor from Palomar, but they're taught on our campus. So if you're interested in either of those options, please make sure to talk to your counselor. You'll need a K-12 form, and we can sign that and send that to you and let you know next steps. And finally, over the summer, there are online learning options available to students outside of Mission Hills High School. You'll want to make sure to check that it is an accredited school. And if you're planning to go directly to a 4-year after high school, that it has its A through G. So if you have any questions about any of the ways of earning credits, please feel free to reach out to your school counselor.
Hi, Grizzlies, it's me, Mrs. Segal, and we're going to talk about course selection and what that looks like for you this year. Before we dive in and start talking about classes and how to select your classes for next year, I want to highlight a few important things to keep in mind during your course selection. First, I want to make sure that you are selecting your classes that you need for graduation, as well as meeting the A to G requirements for college. Remember, you want to keep your options open. We also want you to review your course selection with your parents, guardians. It's super important to include them in this process. Also, as you're selecting your classes, please keep in mind that some classes may not be offered next year due to low enrollment. And so it's important to have a backup plan, making sure you're choosing your classes wisely. In addition to choosing up to 6 classes for next year, you will also be selecting 3 alternates. You remember how important alternates are. Alternates are those classes that are your backup choices in case your elective is full or not offered next year. Again, it's super important that you select 3 alternates. For students who forget to select alternates for their electives, they will be enrolled in classes with open seats. So please make sure that you don't forget to select 3 alternates. School counselors also cannot guarantee certain periods and/or teachers, so keep that in mind. Also, I want to review the 0 period options for next year. We have weight training, Spanish 2, jazz ensemble, and chemistry. 7th period option is choreography and drama production. And 8th period is marching band. Students who select classes in a 0 period, 7th, or 8th period will only be enrolled in 6 classes. Please know that these classes are not guaranteed in 0 period, 7th, or 8th period. And lastly, as you're selecting your classes for next year, we want you to be familiar or remind you what these abbreviations mean that you will see both on your transcript and your class titles. P stands for college prep, H for honors, AP for advanced placement. All 3, college prep, honors, and advanced placement, will meet graduation requirements as well as the A to G requirements for college eligibility. As you begin your course selection, we want to remind you as well as recommend that you have our course catalog open in a separate tab in case you have any questions about a certain class, a class description, or prerequisites. You can access the course catalog 2 ways. You can either click on the hyperlink on the PDF handout of this presentation, or you can go to our school's website, click on departments, click on counseling, and then click on course catalog.
All right, so let's get started. The first class you're going to pick will be your English class. So for English in 11th grade, you do have 3 options. There's college prep, English 11, and then there's 2 AP options, AP English Lang, and AP Capstone Seminar. AP Capstone Seminar is a class we've offered in the past, but starting this school year, it can count for your 11th grade English, or you can have this class count as an elective. So if you wanted to take AP English Lang for your English, you could also take AP Capstone Seminar as an elective, or you can just take the AP Capstone Seminar without taking the college prep or AP English Lang option. If you have any questions about this, please reach out to your school counselor.
Hello, Grizzlies. Mrs. Baker here. Let's talk about history. As you know, we have a 3-year history requirement. In 10th grade, you are taking world history. In 11th grade, you will take US history. And in 12th grade is when you take government. In 11th grade, everyone takes US history. So here you are choosing between college prep US history or AP US history. Mathematics. We have a 3-year minimum requirement of math, which must include geometry, and 4 years of math is recommended. Selecting your math class for 11th grade will depend on where you are in your math sequence. For example, if you're in geometry right now, then after geometry, there are many options. There is data science, which is a brand new class next year. Algebra 2 for strategic business management, which is also a brand new class for next year. And we still have our other Algebra 2 options, which are college prep Algebra 2 or honors Algebra 2. Then after that, you get into our calculus and statistics options. Please review our course catalog for more details, especially about these new classes, and you can always consult with a math teacher for advice as well. Life science. There are a few exceptions, but most of you probably took biology in 9th grade and are in chemistry now or took it last term. Junior year will depend on what you have taken so far and what you'd like to learn more about. We have great life science options such as AP Bio, where a B or better in bio and chem are recommended. Forensic science is an option as long as you've already taken a year of a life science, such as bio, and a year of a physical science. And an example of a physical science is chemistry. Physiology honors is another great choice for those who have earned a C or better in bio and chem already. Physical science. Look at all these great choices. Chemistry, if you're not in it right now. AP Chem, if you want to dive more into the chem world. Again, look carefully at the recommendations for each class. AP Environmental Science, also known as APES, Physics, AP Physics, and for AP Physics, you can actually jump into AP Physics without having taken physics before. And there is also Biochemistry Honors. As always, the course catalog is your best friend during this process, along with consulting any science teachers you'd like. Language other than English. 2 years of the same language other than English is needed. If you've already started your language sequence, then continuing it next year is a great idea. And you have not started your language yet, starting a language in the 11th grade is strongly recommended so you can get those 2 years in. We have American Sign Language, French, Spanish, and Spanish for Spanish speakers.
Hi Grizzlies, Mr. Cruz here, and now we're going to talk about our visual performing art requirement, otherwise known as the VAPA. So in order to graduate from our high school, you do need 10 credits of a visual performing art or 1 year. And also if you plan on applying to a 4-year university such as a CSU or UC, you must also fulfill this requirement as it is part of the A through G requirements. Some of you have already fulfilled this VAPA requirement, but it's okay. You can still choose a VAPA course for this upcoming school year. Some of the VAPA classes that we offer are drawing and painting, ceramics, digital photo, rock band, drama, and many, many more. Before you pick out a course, though, it's really important that you look through the course catalog, read the description. That way you can select a course that would be the best fit for you. Next up is the physical education requirements. So some of you have already fulfilled this, but you can still take a PE class. But just as a reminder, you do need 20 credits of a PE in order to graduate. Some of the options that we offer are general PE, weight training, yoga, dance, marching band if you're in band. And we also have specialty classes such as pageantry, basketball, baseball, and football. We also do have a general team sports class, which includes sports such as softball, wrestling, lacrosse, and many more. So one thing important to note is that if you will be selecting one of these specialty classes, you must try out for the classes first, or you must try out for the sport. And then if you make the team, this class will be added to your schedule. Next up is career and technical education, otherwise known as CTE courses. So these courses are articulated with the community college. And that being said, by completing the CTE pathway, you can be eligible to receive credit at the community college. By completing this pathway, you can also be eligible to earn special certifications such as a CPR certification for the healthcare pathway, a food handling license for culinary arts, and for completing digital photography too, you can earn your Adobe Certified Associate in Photoshop. So these certifications will highly benefit you when you're applying to jobs. If you have these on your resume, they're going to make your resume stand out, and it's going to be something that's going to be a benefit for you. Additionally, if you complete this pathway, by the time graduation comes around, you're going to be eligible to receive a special cord that will show people that you have completed this pathway. Some of the pathways that we offer are education and child development, computer science, culinary arts, digital photography, digital music, engineering, healthcare, and public safety. So something unique about public safety is that for criminal justice, if you've already completed 1 year of a PE, you can use criminal justice 1 to fulfill that 2nd year of a PE requirement.
Hi, and this is Mrs. Rios, and I'll be speaking to you about the next couple of slides. So in this section, other electives, you're just going to have a few other classes that don't fall under any of the other categories. You'll see the applications for ASB as well as for Link Crew. So make sure if you want to sign up for any of those, you complete those applications. For AVID, if you want to apply, please just select the AVID option. New courses to look into: Intro to Poetry plus Latinos in Action. If you want to learn more about those programs, please check out our course catalog for course descriptions. We have a great program that's called Dual Enrollment, where we have a collaboration with Palomar College, and we offer Palomar College classes here at Mission Hills High School, and they're mainly for our high school students. You can receive a weighted grade on your transcript as well as college credit. The best thing is that the classes and the books are free. We do have a couple of options here for you that you can take next year. Just note that if you are interested in the U.S. history from the Chicano perspective, that will count towards your U.S. history requirement here at Mission Hills High School. So that's a great way for you to get U.S. history credit as well as taking a college course. So what do you do now? Well, after this presentation, if you have any general questions that you'd like to get answered, make sure you join the Q&A Zoom meetings with your school counselor. Also, here's the Google form that you will be completing. This is what you'll be using to collect your information. And the deadline to submit all your course selection is by March 23rd. You can do this before, so don't wait till March 23rd, but you do have up until March 23rd. Please stay connected. Here are a couple of our accounts that we provide a lot of information. Okay, well, Grizzlies, hope to see you soon. Bye.